And that's it. The next thing that we want to talk about doing is finding the area of an oblique triangle. We have 3 different formulas, but they all basically say the same thing, is that you need 2 sides of the oblique triangle and then the angle that doesn't match up with either of the 2 sides. So if you look at the first formula, look, we've got sides B and C, and then the angle A, which is the one that doesn't match up with any of the 2 sides. Then the next one says A and B, and then you want to take sine of the angle C, which means, again, you want 2 sides, but the angle that doesn't match up with them. Same thing here with the last one, the 2 sides A and C, and then sine of the angle that doesn't match up with them. And we are always used to having a 1/2 in the area of any kind of triangle. If you remember the old school definition or formula for the area of a triangle, it's 1/2 base times height. So we are used to having that 1/2 out in front. We still have it. So let's try an example because this is pretty straightforward. We have an oblique triangle. They tell us we've got sides A and B, and then angle C, which doesn't match up with either one of those sides. That's perfect. That's what you need for the formula. So our area formula is 1/2. The 2 sides we have, A and B, and then the sine of the angle that doesn't match up with them, which is C, so they gave us everything we needed. So let's see. We've got that side B here can get plugged in. We have that side A can get plugged in. And then we have the angle C can get plugged in. So let's see what that gives us. Now we can fill in our side A, which is 35.1, and I'm going to include the units feet, and my side B, which is 43.8 feet, and then I can fill in sine of my angle, which in this case is 72.2 degrees. So continuing along, we can go ahead and use our calculator to do all this. And it shouldn't be overly complicated. It's just you got to make sure that you follow the order of operations and make sure that you're typing in multiplication here. And, of course, making sure that you're in the correct mode in your calculator, making sure you are in degree mode. So in your calculator, we should be multiplying 1/2 times 35.1 times 43.8 times sine of 72.2 degrees in degree mode. And what we will get rounded is 732. Now keep in mind there will be units because this is a word problem. We have feet times feet, which will actually end up giving us that our units here are feet squared. And that makes sense. When we do normal areas for other objects, we always get units squared for area, and that's going to be the same thing here. So area always has units that are squared because you're always multiplying 2 sides at some point. Let's try the last one here. The last one here, we have the same idea. We have 2 sides. We have 52.1 meters and 21.3 meters and the angle in between them. If it's the angle in between them, that means that the angle has nothing to do with the other 2 sides. So what we're looking at is the angle in between, which is the 42.2 degrees, and then the sides around it, 52.1 and 21.3, which is exactly how our 2 area formulas work. Our 3 area formulas work as 1/2 times your 2 sides, and we'll just call those A and B. And then we'll do sine of the angle in the middle. Well, because the angle has nothing to do with the 2 sides, it's not opposite of the 2 sides, that has to be angle C then. So let's take a look at what this is going to mean for us. This means for us that we will have our area equals 1/2 times your A, which we said in this picture, we went ahead and called side A. the one with the 21.3. So we can go ahead and fill that in. So we've got our A is 21.3, and again, I'm going to include the units just so I don't forget them later on. 21.3 meters times, now we've got side B, which is, we called the 52.1 meters. So we can go ahead and fill that one in, the 52.1 meters. And let's see. Now our angle in the middle, angle C, was going to be our 42.2. So then we can do our sine of 42.2 degrees. And again, that means that we need to be in degree mode. Plugging this into our calculator, we've got 1/2 times 21.3 times 52.1 times your sine of 42.2, which rounding off gives us 373. And just like the last one, we have meters times meters, which means that our area will be in meters squared, and that is our final answer for our area. So again, all three area formulas, there are 3 of them. You don't need to memorize them all. It means you've got 1/2 times 2 sides times the sine of the angle that doesn't have anything to do with those 2 sides. That's not opposite any of those 2 sides. So it's the angle that's in the middle of those 2 sides. And that's it. That's what this formula does. So you don't have to memorize it as long as you understand how to use it.